Fuck, that's awesome.
Welcome back to the glass side. Today I'm just trying to justify why I should get a RED Komodo. And I thought, hey, if you can take frame grabs and deliver them to a client as stills, then that's further justification for the value proposition of a RED Komodo. Then I thought, what if you go one step further? Are the frame grabs good enough to print? Let's see if it's printable.
Well, wasn't that stills you were showing me? That's pretty good.
So I did a video with my friend Peter, who builds old Porsches, and we shot that on the RED Komodo. YouTube algorithms seem to like it, so a lot of you are here probably because of that video. Anyway, I thought I'd take some frame grabs from the video and then see if they're good enough to print. And I ended up deciding to go with these two. The brown car belongs to Fred, who also works at the same shop. I might do a video with Fred another time. And then this one, which I thought was a cool shot of just the shop. First step was preparing these files for printing, and admittedly, I haven't printed anything in ages. Now, the most important consideration is how big you're gonna be printing it, and that's gonna depend on the DPI, the dots per inch. So how concentrated the pixels are gonna be in the image. So what should the DPI be? Well, that depends on the viewing distance. So if you've got a billboard that is up on top of a building, you're gonna need a much lower DPI than, say, something that you're gonna be looking at in your hand in a magazine or just on a wall close by. The optimal DPI is equal to 600 divided by your viewing distance in feet. So for example, if you're viewing your print from 2 feet away, then that would be 600 divided by 2, which is a DPI of 300. If on the other hand, you're way further away at 600 feet, well, 600 divided by 600 equals 1, which means you only need a DPI of 1. There you go, there's your magic formula. Okay, if you're actually gonna be printing something, don't follow that formula. Actually look it up, because that's just like a rough guideline. That's all. So I decided to go with 300 just to get as much quality as possible. And so that would yield an image that's about 16 inches by 11.5. So I sent the files off, and finally I got the email that they were ready. And off to Peter's shop I went. Peter's not here yet. You got a knife?
Of course. What do you want to cut?
This.
Cut it?
Open it up. Tape
Oh.
it. Oh, get that. No, don't pull it out. You gotta cut all 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
because it's got a little thing. Yep.
Now you tell me. Dude, that's awesome. That's really good. Fred's gonna love this.
This is oversimplifying the matter, but have you noticed over the last, say, 10 years that the focus of brands that are hiring you for work has shifted more towards quantity versus quality? And it makes sense, right? Because before, an image that you deliver to a client could be sitting in a magazine ad for a month or 2, and people would be looking at it over and over again, and it's just sitting there. So that image has to be perfect, but everything's moved online. The most content, you're just scrolling, so the amount of time that the viewer spends with the content is so little compared to before. So it makes sense that you need more of that content for them to scroll through, and the focus isn't so much the quality of it as much as it is the quantity. So it's pretty damn awesome that you could take a frame grab from the Komodo and print it at 16 inches wide and be able to put that up on your wall. Yeah, if you needed another justification for buying a Komodo, frame grab. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next time.